And welcome back here, baseball fans, to Groton, South Dakota, here at Lock Karst Field. I am Pat Kraus bringing you Region 2B 14U VFW action here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Breeze is picking up a little bit out of the north. Clouds are here, so it's kind of keeping the temperature at bay, so not too bad a day out here at Lock Karst Field. If you're able to come on out, encourage you to come on out to watch some baseball, but if you are not able to, keep it tuned here to our live ticket station. Right now, you see on the field, team from Webster finishing up their infield-outfield round, and we will have starting lineups here shortly, and we will begin our game number 2. Quick little recap here to game number 1, just completed here, probably about 30 minutes ago. We saw Clark defeat Redfield 17-7 by way of the 5 innings by way of the 10-run rule. So that will move Clark into playing the late game this evening at 7-ish, around 7 o'clock. And Redfield will play in the loser's bracket, or in the consolation bracket, at 5 o'clock. Clark will play against the winner of this game, and Redfield will play against the loser of this game. Okay. Going through some starting lineups here for the two teams in game number 2. Webster will be the visitors on the scoreboard, as you see on the screens. Leading off and playing center field will be Gage Baumgarten. At shortstop, batting second, will be Sheldon Schmig. Doing the catching, wearing number 20 and batting third, is Devin Snaza. Matt Mount is at first base, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Owen Edwards. He is doing the pitching for Webster. Colby Coyne out in right field. He is batting sixth. Batting seventh, Ethan Schlotty. He is in left field. Caleb Edwards is at second base, batting eighth. Batting ninth is TJ. Can't read my own writing here. I'm sorry, TJ Sonstebo, and he is at third base. Webster is coached by Rob Edwards. And again, they will be the visitors on the scoreboard, batting first here when we get things rolling. For Groton, they will be the home team here in game number 2. Leading off playing center field will be Tristan Mcgann. Jared Erdman is in left field, batting second. Batting third, Carter Simons at third base. Nick Morris is at shortstop, batting fourth. Karsten Fleece doing the catching. He will bat fifth. Nick Greblinghoff is doing the pitching duties. He will bat sixth. Kellen Atkinson is at second base, and he is batting seventh. At first base and batting eighth is Gavin England, and in right field and batting ninth will be Lincoln Kraus. Groton is coached by head coach Aaron Severson. Right now we are having the starting lineups for Webster coming out on their respective baseline, and then the Groton will follow. When those are complete, we will have baseball. So we're going to take a 1-minute break, and when we return, we will have our first pitch in game number 2 of the Region 2B 14U VFW tournament. We'll have that back here at Lock Karst Field in 1 minute.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student. We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced.
And we're back, and we were not going to have a national anthem because we had one in game number 1, and this is game number 2. As the starting lineups are done, and Groton now getting set to take the field. First 3 batters for Webster here in the top of the first inning will be Baumgarten, Schmig, and Snaza. They will be the 3 guaranteed. Set the defense here for the home team, Groton. In the outfield, left to right, it'll be Jarrett Erdman in left, Tristan Mcgannon in center, and Lincoln Krause in right. In the infield, around third to first, we have Carter Simon at third, Nick Morris at short, Kellen Atkinson at second, and Gavin England at first. And your battery in this first round matchup behind the plate will be Karsten Fleece, and on the mound, Nick Greblinghoff. That is the defense set here for you. Again, if you're just joining us, this is game number 2 of the first round of the Region 2B VFW 14U tournament. The winner of this tournament will advance to play on July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th in Bryant at the state tournament. I know there's some other action going on around the state, and if I am able to find any results, I will share those with you, but I believe a lot of tournaments are starting their action tomorrow. All region tournaments have to be wrapped up by July 14th, which is later this week. I believe that's a Thursday, so that gives the VFW a week to make sure they get the matchups and everything all planned out and ready to go. Fleece sends the ball down to second, and we're going to be ready for baseball here in a short order. Gage Baumgarten strides to the plate, wearing number 8, playing center field. Nick Greblinghoff likes the pitch from the stretch. And the first pitch, that misses low and away. First pitch here at 2:19. 2:19 under mostly cloudy skies, a little sun coming through. The 1-0 from Greblinghoff swung on and missed, and now we're even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gage Baumgarten, the leadoff hitter here for Webster. Top of the first inning. Third base coach Eric Coyne down here for Webster. His son Colby playing right field today. Eric's been around a long time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Greblinghoff looking to find a little rhythm here. Takes the sign from Fleece, the 2-1 on the way. That misses low and away. Right now, Nick missing low and away with everything, so hopefully be able to find an adjustment here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Baumgarten looking to find a way on. 3-1. That misses high, and Baumgarten is going to lead the game off with a walk. Not the start you want here if you're Groton and Nick Greblinghoff. Baumgarten runs pretty well, and Karsten Fleece is a pretty good defensive catcher, but doesn't have the strongest arm, so don't be surprised here if we see Baumgarten take off here early. He stays. First pitch is in there to Sheldon Schmig. That's in there for a strike, so Greblinghoff jumps ahead here. No balls and 1 strike. Carter Simon playing even at third. The 0-1, runner stays. Misses high, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick usually throws a lot of strikes. Just got to find himself a rhythm, find a spot on the mound that works for him. Baumgarten takes his lead, and he goes with the pitch. Popped up into short left. Erdman coming on. He's going to make the catch by the line. They have a play at first, and it is not in time. Nice play there by Jarrett Erdman out in left field. Ran a long way to make the play. Baumgarten off with the pitch. Was almost all the way to second base. He hustles back. The throw gets there, but Gavin England does a nice job coming off the base to keep the ball in front, and they're unable to double off Baumgarten. So 1 out. Runner on first. Devin Snaza comes to the plate. Snaza doing the catching today. Greblinghoff throws over to first. And Baumgarten back in safely. One out, runner on first. Baumgarten led off the inning with a walk. First pitch to Snaza, swung on and grounded up the middle. Morris up with it, on to second for one. Anson's relay to first is in time to complete the double play. So Baumgarten retired 6-4 for the second out. And Antonson's relay to first for the double play will end the inning. So Greblinghoff surrenders an opening walk, but pitches around it for a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. After a half, no score. Up for Groton in the bottom of the first will be Mcgannon, Erdman, and Simon, and we'll also set the defense for Webster when we come back to Groton in 30 seconds.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And welcome back here to Region 2B action here at Groton, South Dakota, Lock Field. I am Pat Kraus bringing you all the action here live on Live Ticket. We will have all games in their entirety for you here. One game in the books already today. Clark defeated Redfield 17-7 in game number 1, and we are now in game number 2, getting started here early on. Set the defense here for Webster in the bottom of the first inning here. In the outfield, left to right, it's Ethan Schlotty, Gage Baumgarten, and a right field will be Colby Coyne. Around the infield, third to first at third base, TJ Sonstable. Shortstop, Sheldon Schmig. Second base, Caleb Edwards. And at first base, Matt Mount. And your battery behind the dish, calling the pitches, will be the catcher, Devin Snaza. And he will be calling those pitches for starting pitcher, Owen Edwards. Leading off here for Groton in the bottom of the first inning, it'll be number 20, Tristan Mcgann. And Mcgann playing center field. Good speed here from Groton's leadoff hitter. If he's on base, he's definitely a threat to run, and he kind of sets the table for everybody else. If he can get on base, good things can happen. First pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. Edwards jumps out ahead here. No balls and one strike. Gannon digs in as Edward gets the sign from Snaza, and the 0-1 on the way. Swung on and foul tipped. Snaza unable to hang on, but it's still strike 2. Mcgannon now down, no balls and 2 strikes. Find a way to get on base here. The 0-2 on the way. That's in the dirt, gets by Snaza for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Groton leadoff hitter, Tristan Mcgannon. No score early on here. We're at the bottom of the first inning. Webster got a leadoff walk out of Baumgarten in the top of the first, but that was erased by a double play. And Mcgannon down looking for the first out on a pitch on the inside corner. And that's going to bring up left fielder Jarrett Erdman. Erdman made a nice play in the top of the first inning, ran a long way, caught a fly ball right by the foul line, almost doubled off Baumgarten at first. Erdman wearing number 8, batting from the left side. Edward from the windup, the first pitch on the way. Swung on and missed as Erdman chased one out of the zone. Again, this is the era of the pitch count, so the more pitches you can get a guy to throw, the better off you're going to be, because it's going to make the coaches have to think about what they're going to do next. The 0-1, that misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're just saying make the pitcher work, and if we can get your pitchers late in the game Make him use some pitches. It's going to make the coaches a little bit more stressful and have to work. The 1-1 fouled as Erdman catches a piece and flips it into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Edwards so far showing that he can throw strikes, being efficient with his pitches. So far, more strikes than balls of his 7 pitches. As he's digging in his glove there, looking for something he likes. He's got it now. The 1-2 on the way. And Erdman catches a piece, stays alive, fouls it off. Stays alive in the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Game number 2 of Region action here. Region 2B, 14U VFW action. Winner of the tournament decided tomorrow or Tuesday. And they will advance to represent Region 2B at the state tournament. The 1-2 swung on and flipped foul down the right field line, and no one will get to it. And again, Erdman stays alive in the at-bat. Again, these are important at-bats early on. Like I said, with pitch counts and all that kind of stuff going on, the more you can get a guy to pitch, like I said, that's going to throw a wrench into what the coaches have to do if they've got a plan. Hopefully we can disturb that plan a little bit. The 1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, and Erdman down swinging for out number 2 as Edwards just came back firing and threw a good fastball at the knees to retire Erdman. Carter Simon now steps in. Now we're number 21 playing third base today. First pitch swinging, popped up on the infield. Going to be a tough play, and it's going to drop in there. And Simon is going to be aboard with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Nick Morris. Morris playing shortstop today. Morris wearing number 12. He looks down at Aaron Severson for the signs and digs in as Simon takes his lead from first. Edwards checks now from the stretch. Checks at first, and Simon back in diving safely. And time called, so Simon can get back to his feet, dust himself off. Good move there by Edwards. Nothing fancy. Throw is on target. Just looking to keep Simon close. Simon's got a good lead over there. Edwards comes set. They check again, and this time ball almost gets away from Matt Mount. He makes a nice catch and able to keep the ball from getting to the fence. Edwards looking in at Snaza. Gets the sign he likes. Now he's set. Runner goes. Pitches a ball, and Simon is in standing up. Again, I said this in our first game, stolen bases are going to be common as pitchers are a little slower to home. Catchers don't quite have that strong arm yet on the big field, and it's going to happen a lot, but try to limit those is what will help teams out. The 1-0 misses. 2-0 to Morris. With 2 outs here, Simon will be off on contact, and Morris hopefully looking to drive in a run here. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Edwards checks at second. Now he comes home, and the 2-0 misses, and it gets away from Snaza, and Simon is going to be at third safely on the pass ball. 3-0 the count to Nick Morris. Karsten Fleece stands on deck, hoping to get a chance here in the bottom of the first inning. As Carter Simon takes his lead from third. Edward from the stretch comes home, 3-0. That's on the inside corner for strike 1. Brings the count now 3 balls, 1 strike. Morris looking for a pitch he can drive here. Drive in a run. Edwards checks at third. Now the 3-1. Swung on and missed. And now the count runs full here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Groton looking to take advantage of a single and a couple pass balls, stolen base, trying to get Carter Simon in from third. The 3-2 on the outside corner for strike 3, and Morris goes down looking for out number 3, and Edwards pitches himself out of a jam. Groton gets a hit and leave 1. No errors by Webster. Coming up for Webster in the top of the second inning, it'll be Matt Mount, Owen Edwards, and Kobe Coyne, and we will have the top of the second inning when we return to Lockhurst Field in 30 seconds.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty.
And we are back as Groton wraps up their between-inning warm-up pitches and Greblinghoff throws his warm-up pitches. We're still scoreless here going in the top of the second inning. Both teams have gotten a base runner on. Groton got one as far as third, and we're unable to capitalize. And Groton was benefited. Gage Baumgarten led the inning off with a walk, and Greblinghoff able to pitch around that and get himself an inning-ending double play to get out of that top of the first inning. Matt Mount stepping to the plate here. Groton and Webster played a few different times this year, and Matt Mount is a very gifted player. He's very athletic and big kid. Can run, he can hit, he's got a good strong arm. And we'll see here how Greblinghoff decides to pitch to him. First pitch on the way, swung on and lifted. That's into right field. Lincoln Krause under it, and he puts it away for out number 1. And that's about the best result you can hope for when Matt Mountain's up. He's hit the ball hard about every time he's played against Groton. Owen Edwards is going to step to the plate now, doing the pitching for Webster, wearing number 2. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Greblinghoff set, the 0-1. Misses low. See a lot of pitchers now like Nick Greblinghoff. They don't worry about the windup anymore. They throw out of the stretch whether they've got runners on or not. Kind of simplifies the motion. The 1-1 on the way. Swung on and lifted into right field. That's going to fall for a hit. Krause up with it. Now they try to get him at first and really didn't have much of a chance, but nice job there by Krause to keep it in front and get it back to the infield, and Edward is aboard with a 1-out single. And again, just as Clark did, Webster's going to utilize the courtesy runner rule for both pitchers and catchers. Kobe Coyne going to step to the plate. Coyne wearing number 1, playing right field. His dad, Eric, the third base coach for Webster. Greblinghoff checks at first. Courtesy runner over there for Webster. It looks like it's Tayton Kurkowski. One out, runner on first. Greblinghoff gets a sign. First pitch to Coyne. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. See if Greblinghoff can get himself another ground ball and get out of here with no harm done. The 0-1 swung on and fouled. Good swing there by Coyne as he just catches the bottom half of it, flips it into the net. Greblinghoff now ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Sun's starting to poke out. Blue skies are starting to come through. Clouds are breaking up. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Coyne down swinging for out number 2. And with 2 outs, Ethan Schlotty's going to come up, playing left field. Kurkowski still at first, doing the courtesy running for pitcher Owen Edwards. He takes his lead. Greblinghoff comes home to Schlotty. That misses down low. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Greblinghoff from the stretch. Kurkowski gets his lead. The 1-0. That misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. And Greblinghoff not missing by much. Again, trying to find his spot on the mound here and get himself into a rhythm. Two balls, no strikes to Ethan Schlotty, number 7. Greblinghoff steps off and chases Kurkowski back to first. Sometimes that's more of just a reset button for the pitcher, give him something different to look at. 2-0 the count. Greblinghoff gets a sign. The 2-0 on the way. That misses high, as it brings Fleece out of his stance to have to snag it. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Nick not wanting to lose him here. The 3-0 pitch. Swung on and grounded to third. Simon cuts it off. On to first. England off to make the tag. And a nice play there by Carter Simon to cut it off, to come across. And Gavin England comes off the base, makes the tag. And that will retire Schlotty. And Webster gets another runner on with a hit from Edwards, but he gets no further. And they leave one on 1 hit, no runs. Groton coming up here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be Fleece, Greblinghoff, and Antonson. And we will have the bottom of the 2nd inning here at Lockhurst Field when we return after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to Lockhurst Field here in Groton, South Dakota on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, as I am Pat Krause bringing you all the action of the Region 2B 14U VFW tournament. Right now we've got Webster and Groton taking on each other here in game number 2. Right now we have no score. We're in a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Karsten Fleece stepping to the plate for Groton to lead things off here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Owen Edwards beginning his 2nd inning of work. First pitch swinging, going foul. Colby Coyne over, and he's going to make a nice play. Ran a long way for that one, and Colby Coyne making a nice catch in foul territory over there in right field. I believe Colby, one of the youngest players on Webster's team, but has been around a long time, been around baseball a lot. His dad was a good player when he played, and just understands the game and showed it right there with a nice play. 1 pitch, 1 out for Edwards, and that's going to bring up Nick Greblinghoff. Nick doing the pitching for Groton today. First pitch from Edwards misses high. Again, if you're Edwards and you're Webster, those 1 pitch, 1 outs, those are nice to have. Kind of keep your pitch count down. Both pitchers so far doing a nice job. The 1-0 to Greblinghoff, that's in the dirt, as Edwards falls behind. 2 balls and no strikes. Kellen Antonson on deck. And Greblinghoff bats from the left side. Edwards gets a sign from Snaza. The 2-0 on the way. That's going to miss, and now Greblinghoff up in the count here. 3 balls and no strikes. Looking to find a way on base, get something started. Groton threatened back in the first as they got Carter Simon all the way to third base, but unable to get him in. The 3-0 from Edwards. That's down the middle for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Greblinghoff still ahead here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Edwards picked up 3 strikeouts in that first inning. The 3-1 on the way. Swung on and slashed foul down the left field line as Greblinghoff kind of caught that off the end of the bat and sliced it foul down the left field line, and now the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Edward battled back. He was down 3-0. Now battled back to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2. Swung on, and Greblinghoff catches a piece of it. Fouls it into the net. Nick staying alive in the at-bat. Again, trying to make these at-bats as long as possible. Hopefully get the 3-2 to Greblinghoff. That misses outside, and he is going to draw a 1-out walk for the second base runner for Groton today. Kellen Antonsen now to the plate. Kellen wearing number 7, playing second base. He digs in, and Greblinghoff telling coach to go through the signs again. First pitch on the way. Antonsen lays down a nice bunt down the third baseline. Going to be a tough play, and he is safe. Greblinghoff advances to second. We're going to give Antonsen a bunt single there as he laid that ball about as perfectly as you could down the third baseline, right on the edge of the grass. And Kellen with some pretty good speed, he hustles down the line, and Edwards unable to make the throw on time. And now Groton got something going here. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Gavin England now batting. Edwards checks the runners, and the first pitch to England on the way. That's going to be inside. Want to know the count, as it looks like the infielders are playing in. As the infield is slow. It's slow. It's thick. The 1-0, that misses. That brings Snaza out of his stance. 2 balls, no strikes to the Groton first baseman, Gavin England. Gavin's been a pretty good stick for them in big spots this year. Edwards gets a sign from Snaza, the 2-0. Swung on and missed as England chases one down in the zone. 2-1 the count to the Groton first baseman, Gavin England. Lincoln Krause stands on deck. The 2-1, swung on and hit down the right field line and just foul. Foul by about 3 feet. Count evens up now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second inning here. Groton threatening here, couple runners on. Greblinghoff walked. Antonsen on first with a bunt single. The 2-2 to England. Swung on and lifted into left. And under it and puts it away is left fielder Ethan Schlotty. So England retired on a fly out to left field for the second out. And with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Lincoln Krause, right fielder wearing number 11. Bats from the left side. 2 down, trying to extend the inning here, maybe get a run or 2 in. First pitch to Krause, misses, outside. Clear the count, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count to Lincoln Krause. The 1-0 swung on as he chased one out of the zone. Count evens 1-1. Edwards gets the sign from Snaza, the 1-1. Swung on. Lincoln gets a piece of it and flips it foul over here by third base. Kind of dancing around in there a little bit. Needs to keep his feet set and ready. Digs back into the box. The 1-2. And Krause catches a piece and flips it foul again. Staying alive in the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. We're scoreless so far here in game number 2 of the Region 2B tournament. The 1-2, and Lincoln hits it to the right side and mount up with it and makes the play at first. And that will retire Lincoln Kraus for the third out. Groton gets a couple on, but can't get them past first and second. They get another hit, leave 2, no runs. After 2 complete, we're scoreless. Up for Webster in the top of the third. It'll be Caleb Edwards, Sonstebo, and Baumgarten. We'll have that back here at Lockhart Field in 30 seconds.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And welcome back, baseball fans, to Lockhart Field. I'm Pat Kraus, bringing you 14U Region 2B action here all day today and a couple games tomorrow. We are in game number 2. Game number 1, quick little score recap. We saw Clark defeat Redfield 17-7. 17-7, and that game was ended after 5 innings by way of the 10-run rule. And right now we are in game number 2. With Webster taking on the host team, Groton. Right now we see ourselves in a little bit of a pitcher's duel as Owen Edwards and Nick Greblinghoff are doing their part to keep their teams in it here, keeping each team scoreless. Both teams have gotten runners on, however, not much offense after that. Groton had the best scoring opportunity. They had Carter Simon all the way at third in the first inning. And then we got a couple runners on in the last inning, unable to capitalize. Leading off for Webster here in the top of the third inning is Caleb Edwards. Edwards takes the first pitch for a strike. He plays second base for Webster today. The 0-1 from Greblinghoff misses outside as Coach Eric Coyne telling his batter to step at the pitcher, not at him. He's stepping out of the box, so the 1-1, that misses low and skips away from catcher Karsten Fleece. Two balls, 1 strike from Nick Greblinghoff to Caleb Edwards. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Count evens up now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Groton outfield playing pretty normal, straight up. Infield playing in just a little bit as the infield grass is slow. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Edwards is down swinging for out number 1. TJ Sonstebo comes up playing third base, batting in the number 9 spot for Webster. 1 out. We're in the top of the third inning here. Nick Greblinghoff continuing to work. First pitch is fouled back to the backstop as Sonstebo got a piece of it. No balls, 1 strike. Nick Greblinghoff in his third inning of work. The 0-1 on the way. And that one hits in the third left-handed batter's box and gets by Fleece all the way to the backstop. Nick maybe didn't like that ball, wanted a new one. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. That's on the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter for Webster. The 1-2 swung on, popped up, foul. And that one's going to get out of play as the kids scatter to hustle after the foul ball. Again, beautiful day out here at Lockhart Field. Sun's starting to come out. Temperature's going to go up a little bit, but we got a nice northwest breeze to hopefully keep things a little bit cool. The 1-2, and that one misses inside and high, gets away from Fleece. He hustles after it. Count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Greblinghoff looks in at Fleece, gets the sign. Now he comes set. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and grounded to short. Morris up with it on to first to England. And that's in time to retire. Sonstable 6-3 if you're scoring at home for the second out. That's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup for Webster, and that's Gage Baumgarten. Gage playing center field for Webster today. He walked, led the game off with a walk, but was retired on the inning-ending double play in the first. First pitch to Baumgarten. He's swinging, ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through the infield for a base hit. And Baumgarten on base for the second time in a row. He walked and now singled. 2 outs now. Sheldon Schmig comes to the plate. Schmig 0 for 1. He popped out to left fielder Jared Erdman. Erdman made a nice play, ran a long way in left field to make the play right on the line. Baumgarten takes off on the first pitch. Fleece's throw down to second is not in time as it gets away from Morris, but Antonson there to back it up. So Baumgarten safely in at second with the stolen base. Pitch was taken by Schmig for a ball. Count 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 is high, and now Greblinghoff falling behind here. 2 balls and no strikes to the Webster shortstop, Sheldon Schmig. The 2-0, and that one misses high and inside. Now we're down 3-0. You talk to any coach, and they'll tell you walks will hurt you. We saw that in the first game. The 3-0, that's down low for ball 4. If you tuned in for that first game of Clark and Redfield scored 6 runs in the 4th inning. I think they only had 1 hit maybe in that inning. The Clark pitcher walked 3 guys and hit another one, and that was 4 of the base runners. And it doesn't take much to realize how valuable it is to throw strikes. Webster got a little threat going here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Baumgarten singled. Schmig now on first. He's on second after a stolen base. Now Schmig on first after being walked. And that brings up Devin Snaza. Snaza doing the catching. He grounded into that inning-ending 6-4-3 double play in the first. First pitch to Snaza, grounded to short. Morris up with it. On to first. Again, England comes off, does a nice job to apply the tag, and Snaza is retired. 6-3 on the putout for the 3rd out. So Webster threatens, gets a couple guys on, but unable to advance them past first and second. They leave a couple. They get a hit. We're still scoreless after 2.5. Coming up for Groton, it'll be top of the lineup. Will be Mcgannon, Erdman, and Simon, and we will have the bottom of the 3rd inning when we return to Lockhart Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we are back here, Region 2B action from Groton, South Dakota. I'm Pat Kraus, bringing it to you live here on Live Ticket. Again, if you're able to come on out, I encourage you to. Beautiful complex here in Groton. Aaron Severson and his crew does a wonderful job maintaining it out here, and it is in tip-top shape. We got some timely rains here over the last few days, and field looks beautiful, as you can see on the screens. If you're able to come out. If not, please be sure to tune in here to Live Ticket, as we will bring you all the action. We've got 4 games today. We've got 1 in the books, second one in progress here, and then 2 more. At 5 o'clock, we'll have the consolation side of things, and then at 7 o'clock, we'll have the winner's side of things. But to business right now, bottom of the 3rd inning, we're still scoreless in a little pitcher's duel here. Owen Edwards doing a nice job, along with Nick Greblinghoff. Tristan Mcgannon takes his first pitch of the inning for a strike as Edwards clips the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter for Groton, the 0-1. That misses high and tight. I mentioned, too, this is a double elimination format tournament, so just because you lose your first game does not mean you are out of it. You can still find a way to make your way back through the tournament and qualify. The 1-1 to Mcgannon, again on the outside corner, as Edwards doing a nice job just pounding that outside corner. That's a tough pitch to see and to hit. Groton hitters are going to have to make an adjustment. He's going to keep throwing it out there. They got to find a way to adapt to that. The 1-2 from Edwards. Swung on and missed, and Mcgannon down swinging for the first out of the inning. Mcgannon now 0 for 2 strikeouts. Jared Erdman up to the plate. Erdman 0 for 1, as he was also a strikeout victim in the first inning. He digs in from the left side. Edwards from the windup. And misses inside, gets away from Snaza. All the way to the backstop. .81 degrees here with a heat index of about 88. So not too bad out today. The 1-0 from Edwards, and that misses. Kind of brushes Erdman back a little bit. Now count runs 2 balls, no strikes to the Groton left fielder wearing number 8, Jared Erdman. He digs back in. Edwards comes in, 2-0, swung on and hit just foul down the third base line. Edwards doing a good job moving the ball around. The Groton hitters have not been able to square one up yet. The contact that they have made has not been real solid, so hopefully for Groton's sake they can make an adjustment and find a way. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Owen Edwards to Jarrett Erdman. The 2-1. Swung on, pop into short left. And it falls. TJ Sanstable had a little tough time with that. The wind is kind of picked up a little bit. And Erdman is going to be aboard on the air. So Groton now has a runaround with 1 out. Carter Simon comes to the plate. Simon singled in his first at bat. Made it all the way to third, but was unable to go any further. It's a balk. And a balk is called as Edwards wheeled to throw to first, did not step off the pitching rubber, and in that case, that is considered a balk, because once you step off the rubber, you can do whatever you want with the ball, but in this case, he did not throw. If he's just going to wheel and fire, he has to throw it. He can't hold on to it. So now Jared Erdman moves up to second on the balk. First pitch to Simon, misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. So now Groton got a little threat going here with Erdman on second. Jarrett was pretty good speed. Could score on a base hit. Big gap out there in right center. Time is called. Caleb Edwards holds on Erdman at second as he takes his lead. Owen checks him at the 1-0, misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Groton kind of taking a different approach here, a little more patience. Making Edwards pitch. He's now up to 46 through 2 1/3. Simon hits a ground ball to third, foul. 2-1 now the count. This ball comes back in from left fielder. 2-1 the count. Owen Edwards to Carter Simon. Simon playing third base for Groton today, so in today's ball game. Erdman gets his lead from second. And Edwards comes home 2-1 on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second is Jarrett Erdman. He reached on an error and then advanced to second on a balk. Takes his lead. Edwards checks the 2-2. That gets by the catcher, and Erdman is going to advance to third. And now the first run of the game, potentially 90 feet away, in Jarrett Erdman. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Carter Simon. Edwards from the stretch. Now he comes home. Swung on and hit into center. Baumgarten under it, and he's going to make the catch. Erdman tags from third. Here comes the play from Baumgarten. It's not going to be in time. And Jarrett Erdman scores on a Carter Simon RBI sacrifice fly. He flies out to center for the second out. Bases are cleared now, and Nick Morris comes to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Morris. That misses outside and low. Ball 1. So Groton breaks into the scoring first here, 1-0. Morris takes outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Kind of manufactured a run there as Erdman until they took advantage of an error and a balk and a pass or a wild pitch to get that 1 run across. 2-0 misses high, 3-0. Karsten Fleece stands on deck. 3-0 here to the Groton shortstop, Nick Morris. Morris down looking in his first at bat. Looking to find a way to extend the inning here for Groton. The 3-0. That's in there for a strike. Count goes 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Next pitch here for Edwards will be his 55th pitch of the ball game. The 3-1 swung on and missed as Morris takes a hack at it, a little behind it. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. The 3-2. And that gets away from Snaza as Morris hustles down to first. He's aboard with a 2-out walk. Ball gets away from Edwards, but not far enough for Morris to advance. As bat boy Micah Kraus goes out and picks up the bat for the Groton Junior Teeners. 2 outs. Nick Morris on first after drawing a 2-out walk. Karsten Fleece in the box now doing the catching for Groton. Morris takes his lead. He goes on the first pitch, and Snaza can't handle the pitch, and Morris is up safely at second. Fleece squared around to bunt. I believe the pitch was called a ball. Morris takes his lead from second. Fleece ahead now. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Swung on and lifted into right. That's going to fall for a base hit. Morris around third. He's going to score. Even he slipped a little, but he's going to score safely. And Karsten Fleece comes through and delivers a 2-out RBI single to extend the lead for Groton 2-0. So some timely hitting there for Groton as they get a big 2-out single, 2-out RBI single to stretch their lead now 2-0. Carter Moody is the courtesy runner for Karsten Fleece as he is doing the catching. Nick Greblinghoff now up to bat. He squares. Moody takes off from first. He's going to be in safely at second. Pitch was called a strike to Greblinghoff, so now again, Carter Moody with pretty good speed, so a base hit could score him. Greblinghoff takes high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to the pitcher for Groton, Nick Greblinghoff. Owen Edwards. Next pitch will be his 60th. The 1-1. Swung on a pop foul. That's going to go out of play and make it a battle for the kids over there who gets it. 1-2 the count. Nick Greblinghoff trying to help himself here. Get another run across for Groton as he's doing his job throwing strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-2. Swung on and foul. Greblinghoff hangs in there. Carter Moody doing the courtesy running for Karsten Fleece. The 1-2 to Greblinghoff. That misses high. Courtesy runner is a way to speed up the game. Usually a courtesy run for the catcher, as it's a chance for him the catcher to get in the dugout, get his equipment off, so we don't have, or get his equipment back on, so we don't have as much downtime in between innings. The 2-2 to Greblinghoff, swung on and hit into right. That's going to get over Coyne's head. Moody's going to score easy. Greblinghoff around first. He's on his way to second, and he will check in at second with a 2-out RBI double. The double scores Moody from second and gets Greblinghoff in at second base. And Moody scores the 3rd run of the inning and of the game. And that's going to bring up Kellen Antonsen. Kellen, 1 for 1. He had a nice bunt single in his first at-bat. First pitch from Edwards. Swung on and grounded. Schmig up with it on to first and in time to retire Antonsen. 6-3 for the 3rd out. But Groton gets a couple hits. They score 3 runs, 1 runner left on. After 3 complete innings, Groton breaks into the scoring, and they lead now 3-0 up for Webster in the top of the 4th. Be back to the middle of the lineup, and Matt Mount, Owen Edwards, and Colby Coyne, and we'll have that for you back here at Lockhurst Field in 30 seconds.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And welcome back, baseball fans, to Lockhurst Field here in Groton, South Dakota. I am Pat Kraus bringing you Region 2B 14U VFW action on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Clouds have broken up. Blue skies are showing through and the sun is shining. Some of the players for Groton in the field have pulled out the sunglasses to kind of help with the sun. As Nick Greblinghoff finishes up his warm-up pitches here going into the 4th inning. Groton able to push across 3 runs in the bottom of that 3rd inning. Got a couple of hits, a couple of timely hits. Got a good 2-out single from Carson Fleece and a 2-out double from Nick Greblinghoff to get a couple runs in. So now Greblinghoff beginning his 4th inning of work. Doing a nice job throwing strikes. Matt Mount is going to lead the inning off for Webster. Mount 0 for 1. Mount flew out to right fielder Lincoln Krause in his first at-bat. Again, as I mentioned, Mount, probably one of the best players we've seen this year. The 1-0. That misses inside 2-0. So you wonder if that doesn't go into Greblinghoff's mind a little bit. But with nobody on base, this is the time you want to pitch to him, when there's nobody on base. there's not much damage he can do here other than extra bases. The 2-0. That misses 3-0. Problem is, though, is he can run, too, so he gets on base. He's a threat to steal, so, you got to take that into consideration, too. If you're able to walk him, he's going to probably end up on second. A 3-0. Well, that doesn't even get to the plate as he gets past Fleece. And Aaron Severson out. He's going to call time. He's going to have a little chat with his pitcher. While we have that opportunity, just a couple things here. Again, we've got Aaron's going to make a change, it looks like. We'll get you those changes when they're completed. But got 2 more games today. Losers bracket game at 5 o'clock, and the winners bracket game will be at 7 o'clock, or kind of doubleheader format, 15-20 minutes after the completion of the 5 o'clock game. Right now, we have one team in each of those games. Redfield will play at 5 o'clock for sure, and Clark will play in the winners game later this evening. All those games will be brought to you here on Live Ticket. I'll be bringing you the action. And then we will have 2 more games tomorrow for sure. 5 o'clock, we will have an elimination game. And at 7 o'clock, we will have the first championship game. If things work out where the undefeated team loses tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we will play winner take all on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. So be sure to stay tuned to all that, and we'll keep you updated as best we can. Again, we're in the middle of our second game here, as Groton making some changes here defensively. Jared Erdman coming in to pitch. Nick Greblinghoff with 41 pitches. He's going to come out. He's going to go to second. Kellen Atkinson going from second out to left. And that's going to be all your changes. Again, as you're watching, you're looking at the bottom scroll of the screens. You see a list of sponsors that go by. And a blanket thank you to all of them. We've been able to live stream pretty much every home game on this field this summer. This is the first time I've been able to be on and broadcast, but Axel has been here to produce and do the video for all those games, and we appreciate that. And we don't get to do that without those sponsors. So again, thank you to all those sponsors, and we'll continue to thank them as we proceed through the rest of this tournament. So Jared Erdman now in relief. He checks Mount at first. Mount back in safely. Jarrett, a lefty, so he a little bit more of an advantage and a little easier time keeping runners close as he looks in at Fleece. Owen Edwards at the plate. Edwards is 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch from Erdman misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Matt Mount on first, as he led the inning off with a walk. The 1-0, that's on the inside corner for a strike. Jarrett come a long way. He's got a really, really strong arm, and if he can keep it under control, he's pretty tough, especially being a lefty. Runner goes. Fleece's throw down to second is close, but not in time. And Mount is in safe at second with a stolen base. Pitch called a ball, so now 2 balls and 1 strike to Owen Edwards, the pitcher for Webster, current pitcher for Webster. The 2-1, that misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Erdman gets the sign, the 3-1. That's on the corner. Count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Region action, Region 2B action. The 3-2, and that misses, and Edwards is going to be aboard with a walk. And Webster now got a little something going, with runners on first and second, nobody out. Colby Coyne stepping to the plate. Coyne was strikeout victim in the second inning. Runners on first and second here. I would not be surprised to see if Coyne lays one down to try to advance the runners. Gavin England in on the grass at first. First pitch misses outside. Coyne not squaring. Erdman looking in at Fleece for the sign. He gets what he likes. Now he's set. The 1-0. That's on the outside corner for a strike. Again, Coyne not squaring, so he looks like he's in there to swing. Runners take their lead. Coyne swings through the 1-1 and falls behind now 1-2. Again, Tayton Kurkowski looks like he's over there running for Owen Edwards again, as he did in his first at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner goes to third, and he's going to be in easily. And Mount is in easily at third. And Kurkowski at second. Watching Erdman, he didn't look at, I don't think he looked at Mount one time. He just looked in and got his sign and went home, and Mount took advantage of that. You know, sometimes there's more to pitching than just throwing the ball. You got to keep runners close. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Erdman looking to battle out. The 2-2. That misses outside. Count runs full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still nobody out here. Mount got on with a walk. Kurkowski running for Edwards. He was on with a walk. The 3-2. And Coyne is going to be aboard via the 3rd walk of the inning. Well, we talked about this earlier, that walks can come back and can hurt you. And right now, Webster's no hits this inning, and they've got 3 base runners on. Oh, now Jared Erdman's looking to battle out here as Groton leads 3-0. They push 3 across in the bottom of the 3rd, but Webster looking to answer back. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ethan Schlotty in the box. First pitch to Schlotty misses low. Erdman looking to battle out here. The 1-0. That's on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Groton bringing the whole infield in, looking to cut the run off at home. The 1-1. That's at the knees for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the Webster left fielder. The 1-2. That's in the dirt. Nice pick there by Karsten Fleece to keep Mount at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bases loaded here in the top of the 4th inning. The 2-2. That misses. 3-2. Now Erdman in danger of walking in a run for Webster. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners take their lead. Coyne from first, Kurkowski from second, Mount from third. The 3-2 on the inside corner, and Schlotty down looking for out number 1. 1 out. Looks like middle infield's gonna go back. Morris and Greblinghoff are gonna play back for 2 in the middle. Corners are still up. Caleb Edwards in the box now. First pitch is taken for a strike. Erdman looking like he's maybe settling in, finding a little bit of a rhythm. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. The 0-1. That one misses. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Erdman 20 pitches so far and only 1 out to say. Hoping to limit the damage here. The 1-1 on the way. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Erdman can get Edwards here. That would be a big out. Erdman looks in. Now he comes set. The 1-2 on the way. That's down the middle for strike 3. And Caleb Edwards is down looking for the second out. Now the infield can back off and play back and settle in for the short out. as Jared Erdman comes through again with another big strikeout. TJ Sonstebo comes up. He is 0 for 1 today, a ground out to short. First pitch on the way, that misses inside. Gets him off the plate a little bit. Let's see if Erdman can complete his kind of a comeback here and finish it out with no harm done. The 1-0 on the way. That misses low. 2-0 now. Erdman falls behind. He takes his hat off and walks around a little bit, trying to compose himself. Sonstebo, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Want to get this one, try not to turn the lineup over. The 2-0, that misses high. 3-0. 3-0 to Webster's third baseman. Again, Erdman looking to battle back, not to walk in a run here. Coyne takes his lead from first. Here comes the 3-0. And that misses, and that's going to walk in a run. As Mount comes in from third. Kurkowski moves to third. Coyne to second, and Sonstebo goes to first on his walk, and that brings up Gage Baumgarten, leadoff hitter. And Webster gets a run now. Now the score 3-1. And Baumgarten been on base twice with a walk and a single, officially 1 for 1. And if you're Webster, this is what you're hoping for. You got bases loaded and probably one of your better hitters up. There's a reason why he bats leadoff, so they're hoping for big things here. Kurkowski from third, Coyne from second, and Sonstebo from first. First pitch to Baumgarten on the way. That's going to miss. Erdman struggling to find it here a little bit. He's kind of couple batters there. Schlotty and Caleb Edwards. He was kind of dialed in. Now all of a sudden he's kind of all over the place. Hopefully for Groton he can find a way to get back in the zone. The 1-0. Snap down to third, and Kurkowski back in safely. Erdman falls behind again here. 2 balls and no strikes. He steps off. 2 balls, no strike to the Webster leadoff hitter, Gage Baumgarten. Sheldon Schmig stands on deck, looking for an opportunity here. Erdman set. The 2-0. Grounded up the middle. Greblinghoff comes hard. Going to have to make a quick play. And he's safe at first. Ball gets away from England. Coyne's coming around third. He's going to score, and we have ourselves a tie ball game. Kurkowski scores. Coyne hustling from second. He scores. Ball got away from England, and Sonstebo moves up to third. And now we have a tie game. 3-3. We're going to give Baumgarten a hit on the play. Slow roller. And Greblinghoff charged hard, but Baumgarten gets down the line pretty good, and he's able to beat the throw. And that's going to bring up Sheldon Schmig. Schmig 0 for 1 today. Fly out and a walk. Baumgarten goes on the first pitch. And he's going to be in safely as Fleece bluffs the throw to third. So Webster continuing to their threat here. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Pitch was taken for a strike. The 0-1, that's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Fleece to keep Sonstebo at third. Erdman over 30 pitches and only 2 outs. The 1-1 on the way. That gets by Fleece, and Sonstebo with a good jump. He's going to score, and Webster is going to take the lead. With the 4th run of the inning so far on the pass ball, on the wild pitch. Baumgarten moves to third, and that's going to bring Aaron Severson out of the dugout to have a little chat with his pitcher and his infield. Webster now leads 4-3, and if we go back, 3 of those runs, the Mount was a walk, Edwards was a walk, Colby Coyne was a walk, and TJ Sonstable was a walk. So 4 walks, 4 runs. Meeting on the mound is over. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike. Sheldon Schmieg, the batter, wearing number 11. He's the shortstop for Webster today. Jarrett Erdman in relief of Nick Greblinghoff. He's looking to battle out here, and a 2-1 swung on and missed. Now the count even. 2-2. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Webster leading 4-3. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and fouled into the net as Schmig stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Jared Erdman in relief of Nick Greblinghoff looking to get out of here. Schmig back in the box. He digs in. Erdman gets the sign from Fleece. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Morris up with it. On to first. Low throw. Gets by England. Baumgarten off on contact with 2 outs. He's going to score. And Schmieg's going to be aboard on the air. And the inning continues. Devin Snoz is going to come up for Webster as they continue here to extend this inning, as they've scored most of these runs with 2 outs. First pitch, they're going to check over at first as Schmieg back in safely. Two outs here. Devin Snoz is the hitter. Schmieg takes the lead from first. First pitch on the way, grounded to the right side. Greblinghoff coming after it. And he flips to England in time for the out. But Webster sends 9 batters to the plate. They score 5 on 1 hit. 1 hit for Webster, 1 error for Groton, 5 runs for Webster. They left a couple on after 3.5. Webster now leads 5-3. Up for Groton in the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be England, Kraus, and Mcgannon, and we'll have the bottom of the 4th inning when we return to Lockhurst Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
I would too. I wouldn't make this. And we're back. A lot of excitement there in the top of the 4th inning as Webster pushes 5 runs across to take the lead now 5-3 for 3.5 innings or 2.5 innings there. We had ourselves a nice little pitcher's duel. Nick Greblinghoff and Owen Edwards were doing their part, shut it down. Groton gets 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, and then Webster answers back with 5. And now we've got a little defensive change here for Webster. Owen Edwards is going to be relieved. He's going to go to first base. And on the mound, we're going to see Matt Mount. Matt Mount, good hard-throwing kid. He back in the middle of June or so, Groton and Webster squared off in a tournament in Millbank, and Mount was the pitcher. Groton was able to come away with I believe a 3-2 extra inning victory. Gavin England's going to lead things off for Groton here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch misses. Mount can throw strikes, but a lot of times it's about control, and if he can control it, he's effective. But we'll just see here. The 1-0 misses. 2-0. Here to Gavin England, number 22. 2-0. That's in there for a strike. That kind of caught Devin Snaza by surprise a little bit, I think, as he was kind of moving back there a little bit. 2-1 the count. Groton first baseman Gavin England. 2-1. Swung on. He catches a piece, flips it foul, out of play. Count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lincoln Krause on deck. Tristan Mcgannon to follow. And the 2-2 on the outside corner for strike 3. And England down looking for out number 1. That brings up number 11, right fielder Lincoln Krause. Lincoln is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the first baseman in his first at-bat as he digs in. First pitch to Krause on the way. That misses outside. One out here. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Webster leading 5-3. Second pitch. Count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Groton's right fielder Lincoln Krause, looking to get something started here. The 1-1 misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tristan Mcgannon, Groton leadoff hitter, stands on deck. The 2-1 swung on. Krause chases one out of the zone. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now looking to just find a way to put it in play. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Krause catches a piece of it, fights it off as he sprays it over to behind third base. Krause digs back in, Mount back on the mound from the wind. The 2-2. And Krause flips it foul again. Krause finding a way to stay in the at-bat here. Hoping to work himself on. He digs back in. The 2-2. Swung on, caught a piece of it again. Fouled it off. Krause not giving in. Working that pitch count up. Lincoln digs back in. Mount from the wind, the 2-2. Swung on, and that's going to be lifted into short left, down for a base hit. Good at bat there by Krause as he fought off 3 or 4 2-strike pitches. Stays in on it, stays on it, flips it into short left, and he's aboard with a 1-out single. That brings us back top of the order. Tristan Mcgannon. Mcgannon 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Krause gets his lead over at first. Mount set. First pitch on the way. Gets away from there, and Lincoln Krause on to second. He's going to be in standing up on the wild pitch. And now Groton looking like they're got a little threat going here. In a good spot here with top of the order up. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. That's on the inside corner, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Groton here with a runner on second. Lincoln Krause aboard with a single. Mount comes set, checks the runner. The 1-1 swung on, and Mcgannon catches a piece, fouls it into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jared Erdman stands on deck. Mount looking in at the sign from Devin Snaza. Gets what he likes. Now he's set. Schmig behind Lincoln. And Mcgannon got a little bit of it and fouls it back. Kind of chased one out of the zone there, but he got a little bit of it and able to stay in the at-bat. Winner of this game goes on to play Clark this evening, around 7. Loser will play Redfield in an elimination game. The 1-2. And Mcgannon stays disciplined there. He chased one up there last pitch. This time he's stays on it and watches it and doesn't chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kraus gets his lead. Now they're chasing him back, and he is back in safe, diving head first. Lincoln was getting his lead there, and Schmig, they were even, and Schmig took off, and it was a race back, and trying it again here. The 2-2 on the outside corner, and Mcgannon goes down for the 3rd time today, looking. Jared Erdman comes to the plate now. Erdman 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He reached on an error, but then came around and scored. First pitch to Erdman. That's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Lincoln Krause on second base. He's there by way of a single and a wild pitch. The 0-1 to Erdman. Swung on and slashed into the Groton dugout below us. No balls and 2 strikes. Krause gets his lead at second. Mount checks. The 0-2 misses high and away. 1-2. Mount's pitch count getting up there. 22 pitches so far in this inning. His first inning of work. Mount set. He's going to check Krause at second. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Erdman down swinging. And Groton gets a runner to second, but can't get him any farther. They get a hit. They leave one. No Webster errors. After 4 complete, Webster leads 5-3. Up for Webster, it'll be Mount, Owen Edwards, and Colby Coyne. We'll have the top of the 5th inning when we return to Lockhurst Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty makes
All right, we are back here. This is Pat Krause bringing you VFW 14U Region 2B action here in Groton, South Dakota at Lockhurst Field. Again, we went a few innings with no scoring, good pitching, and then all of a sudden we had an eruption there where we had 8 runs in the span of an inning. And that sits us here at 5 runs for Webster, 3 runs for Groton. Matt Mount is stepping to the plate now. Mount doing the pitching now for Webster. He is 0 for 1. Officially, his first pitch swinging, and he fouls it off. Mount flied out to right in his first at bat, walked and scored in that big inning for Webster, as they did bat 9 batters in the previous inning. Jared Erdman back in relief of Nick Greblinghoff, the 0-1. That's going to go behind Mount. Count evens now, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 account to Webster's pitcher, Matt Mount. Matt Mount started off at first, now in that pitcher, the 1-1. Swung on and hit hard into left. That's going to be in for a hit. Antonson up with it. On to Morris. And Mount is aboard with a leadoff single. Now, I talked about it earlier in the game. You know, you want him hitting with bases empty as much as possible, as he's a pretty good hitter, and you know, I think Groton will be okay giving him a single, but yet he's still a threat to take off. He's got some pretty good speed. Having Erdman a lefty pitching could probably be a best way to keep him as close as possible, as they check it first and Mount back in safely. Erdman back in here as he now is pitching to Owen Edwards. Edwards was the starting pitcher, now playing first. Check again over at first. Gets by England. Mount's on his way to second. And there's going to be a play at third, and it's not in time, as Erdman's check at first got over England's glove. Kraus from right came hustling in, but at that time Mount was already halfway around second, and now he's at third and nobody out. And Owen Edwards still has yet to have a pitch thrown to him in this at-bat. First pitch to Edwards misses. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Nobody out here. We're top of the 5th inning. The 1-0. That misses wide. 2-0. The count to Owen Edwards. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Owen Edwards digging in the box here. The 2-1. That misses. Low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike from Jarrett Erdman. The 3-1, that's going to bounce in front of the plate, and Mount's going to score pretty easily from third. And that'll be the 6th run of the game for Webster. Edwards reaches on a walk. So Edwards on first, nobody out. Kobe Coyne in the box. Coyne playing right field. Erdman looks in, gets the sign. First pitch goes over the head of Fleece, and that's going to advance Edwards to second. Looked like Coyne was squaring to bunt, but now doesn't have to do that, as Edwards is able to move up. We'll see. Maybe Coyne will still lay one down and get Edwards even closer. The 1-0, and Coyne squares again, but ball gets away from Fleece once again. And that brings Edwards all the way to third. Coyne was squared around both times, but pulled back on pitches in the dirt. And Edwards able to advance on both of them. Now he's 90 feet away from scoring again. The 2-0. That misses, and that gets away, but not far enough. 3-0 the count. 3-0 our count here to Webster right fielder Colby Coyne. Again, Colby probably the youngest player here, but still understands the game well, plays it the right way. 3-0 from Erdman. That misses. And Coyne is aboard on a 4-pitch walk. That's going to bring Coach Aaron Severson out. Quick little recap here of the tournament so far. And in our game number 1 today, we saw Clark advance in the tournament with a 17-7 5-inning 10-run rule game over Redfield. So that advances Clark to our late game tonight. That will be at around 7 o'clock. Redfield moves to the consolation side of things, where they will play at around 5 o'clock. This is a double elimination format, so losing your first game does not take you out of the tournament. You still have an opportunity to come all the way back. It's not the easiest path, but it is doable. The winner of this game will go on and play tonight against Clark at around 7. The loser will fall and play Redfield in that early game. Winner of this tournament will go on and represent Region 2B in Bryant in a little more than a week, probably 11, 12 days, be the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of July. In Bryant at the state tournament. So both teams here looking to find a way to make this a little easier. Winning this first game is extremely important, as it helps you set up your pitching for the rest. When you play at least one less game if you win this first game. But right now, Webster in the driver's seat, up here 6-3. On the top of the 5th inning, they got one across so far. We do have a pitching change, and right now Kellen Antonson's taking his warm-up pitches. Jared Erdman goes back to his spot and left. Just a switch there as Antonson went out there when Greblinghoff came out. So Groton on their 3rd pitcher so far here in this game. Webster has runners on 1st and 3rd. There is nobody out to this point here in the 5th inning. Antonson looking to come in and stop the bleeding here and get Groton out of the inning and into the dugout. Ethan Schlotty steps in. Schlotty is 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch from Antonson is at the knees for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes. Swung on, gets away from Fleece. Fleece can't find it. Oh, we'll call it a foul ball. Okay. Foul ball called, so runners will return as Coyne was off with the pitch. And Antonson quickly ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes. Coyne goes again. The 0-2 swung on and grounded to the left side. That's going to get past Morris and into left. And Owen Edwards is going to score on the play. Coyne checks in at second, and Schlotty gets himself an RBI single. Well, that brings up Caleb Edwards as Webster adds to their lead, 7-3 now. They scored 5 in the previous inning, now 2 more. And Antonson's first pitch is in there for a strike. Kellen maybe doesn't have the most overpowering stuff, but he does throw strikes, and that's the key to this game. The 0-1, that misses. And Coyne takes off for 3rd, and he's going to be standing up. Groton infielders kind of caught sleeping there as Coyne kind of did a little delayed steal, and he's in safely with no throw. Runners on first and third. We still have no one out here in the top of the 5th inning, and Webster again threatening. I would not be surprised here if we see Schlotty take off, and he does. And Edwards swings through. Schlotty is in safely at second. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Caleb Edwards in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kellen Atkinson in relief here. The 1-2. That's on the corner for strike 3, and Edwards is down looking for the first out. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. That's going to bring up TJ Sonstable. Sonstable grounded out, walked, and scored a run so far here. First pitch. That's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Infield playing, well, some are playing in, some are playing back. The 0-1 swung on and grounded to the right side. Greblinghoff up with it. He's only got 1 play. That's the first. Coyne scores on the play. Schlotty moves up. On the play, like I said, Coyne scores. Now 8-3, our new score. And brings us back to the top of the order in Gage Baumgarten. Gage singled and scored in his last at-bat. First pitch on the way. That gets away from Fleece, but not far enough for Schlotty to score. (8-3) our score. Webster adding on here in the 5th inning. The 1-0 from Atkinson. That misses. Oh, that's in there for a strike. Little high strike there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 swung on and grounded off the foot. Or not. Ball looked like it hit off of Baumgarten's foot, but the umpires never called a foul ball. Play continued. Run scores, and right now as it sits, Baumgarten's on second. Umpires are going to have a little talk here, but I have a feeling that neither one of them saw it, so it's going to be kind of tough for them to make a call when neither. And the play is going to stand as it is. From where I sit, that looked like it was a foul ball. The way it hit and it went straight, I just not sure here. Well, after all that, Sheldon Schmig comes to the plate. First pitch swinging, and he's out in front. Schmig 0 for 2, reached on an error and walked. 9-3 the score. And he swings over the top. Kellen Atkinson now way ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2, that gets away from Fleece. And Baumgarten is going to be on third now. 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Webster's got 4 runs across here again. They're following up the 5-run 4th with a 4-run 5th. So far, the 1-2. That gets away from Fleece. Runner coming home. There's going to be a play, and he is in safely. And Gage Baumgarten scores Webster's 10th run as they have back-to-back 5-run innings here in the 4th and the 5th. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 from Atkinson swung on and lifted into short center here. Mcgannon on, he's not going to get to it. And quickly back in. And Schmig keeps the inning alive with a 2-out single. Devin Snaza is going to come to the plate. He's the catcher. He's getting his shin guards off, and he's going to come up with 2 outs and a runner on first. So far today, he is 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play in the first and 2 ground outs in the third and fourth. As Schmig takes his lead from first. First pitch to Snaza, ground ball to the right side. Greblinghoff charging hard. Again, the grass kills it, but in time to record the out. And Snaza grounds out for the 4th time today for the 3rd out. But, again, damage done. Webster puts 5 on the board. And now they extend their lead to 10-3. Groton got some work to do here. Coming up for Groton in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Simon, Morris, and Fleece. And we'll have that for you when we return to Lockhart Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions.
And welcome back to Lockhart Field here in Groton, South Dakota. I'm Pat Kraus bringing you VFW Region 2B action, the 14U division. We've got all the action for the tournament going on right here on our live ticket. Right now we've got Webster taking on Groton, and it looks like, and right now Webster having a little offensive explosion there in the 4th and 5th inning and putting 5 across in the 4th and 5 across in the 5th to take their lead to 10-3 over Groton. Looks like we've got a defensive change for Webster. I'll get the number here in a second. We got a new left fielder. I think it's Dylan Carlson, but I'm not going to say that yet until I know for sure. Carter Simon's going to come to the plate here, playing third base, wearing number 21 for Groton. Matt Mount in his 2nd inning of relief. Mount is, I would say, probably their ace. The 1-0 to Simon. That's down the middle for a strike. He does throw hard. He's a young kid, throws hard, and I think that's what they're hoping he can do, just throw strikes and get us to get ourselves out. The 1-1. That's in there for a strike. Now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carter Simon. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Simon down swinging for out number 1. Shortstop Nick Morris coming to the plate now. Morris is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but he did walk and score a run. First pitch misses, high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes here. Mount to Morris. 1-1 gets away here. Now we're 2 balls, no strikes. I think Groton's got to make sure that they change their approach here a little bit. You know, Mount threw 25 pitches or so in that first inning of relief. So, you know, if they wait him out, he can get his pitch count up there. As right now, he's almost at 30, and he's only pitched an inning and a third, so he does get a high pitch count, but a 3-0. And that misses, and Morris is aboard with a 1-out walk. You know, Groton's got to, like I said, they gotta change their approach up there because they need a lot of base runners, down 7. Only a few at bats left. They've got this one in the 6th and the 7th, and Mount looking in at the sign. Now he comes set. Morris takes his lead, and there's a check, but this time he steps off, so there's no balk called. As I said earlier, if you step off, you do whatever you want, but you don't step off, you have to throw it. Morris gets the lead. Mount set. Morris goes on the first pitch, and he's going to be in safely with the stolen base. Throw comes in, but not in time. Now, right now, all Mount's got to worry about is getting out, so they can sacrifice runs right now. I believe the pitch was called a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes. Morris chased back to first, or back to second, excuse me. The 1-0, and Fleece swings through it. A little bit behind it there. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. To Karsten Fleece. Karsten doing the catching for Groton today. Morris takes his lead from second. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Again, Fleece a little late there. Let's see if he makes an adjustment. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here. Webster leads 10-3. Fleece calls time. Something he likes to do if the pitcher's working fast, which is fine. Gets the pitcher out of their rhythm a little bit. And Mount was in a bit of a rhythm, so nice to change things up a little bit. The 1-2 swung on. Ball gets away, and Morris doesn't slow down, and Morris is going to score on the play. A lot happening there as Fleece strikes out, but the ball gets away from the catcher, so he's at first. On the pass ball, Morris takes off from second but does not stop running, and he ends up scoring on the play as the catcher was at the backstop, and pitcher Matt Mount, he just stood on the pitcher's mound and did not cover home. So Groton gets one back, and some heads-up base running there by Nick Morris. Going to bring up Nick Greblinghoff. Greblinghoff 1 for 1 with a walk and a double. Fleece on first with 1 out. Kellen Atkinson on deck. Greblinghoff, starting pitcher in today's game, pitched 3 good innings. Greblinghoff squares and pulls back. Pitch called a ball. We'll see what Groton puts anything on here. You know, Fleece not the most fleet of foot, but Snaza back there hasn't shown much of an arm either, so we'll see what happens here. The 1-0. That misses. 2-0. 2-0. Mount's pitch count starting to rise. The 2-0 to Greblinghoff, and that one misses. I think Mount there, he's getting frustrated. He's just winding up and throwing now. 2-0, or excuse me, 3-0. 3-0 the count now to Nick Greblinghoff. Playing second base now for Groton. He started off as the pitcher. Pitched 3 pretty good innings, and then I think because of the pitch count, they had to bring him out. Matt Mount checks over there. No, Fleece gets his lead. The 3-0, and that misses nowhere near the strike zone. Fleece will move to second on the walk, and Greblinghoff will go to first. And Groton now trying to put something together here as Kellen Atkinson comes to the plate. Atkinson 1 for 2 with a bunt single and a ground out. 1 out, runners on first and second. First pitch on the way. That misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. That's 5 in a row for Mount as he looks at his hands, thinks he's slippery, tries to grab some dirt and dry him off. Antonson digs back in, wearing number 7. Kellen doing the pitching now for Groton. And they chase Fleece back to second, no throw. He's back in safely. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Groton's gotten 1 across. They trail 10-4 to Webster. The 1-0. That's down the middle for a strike. And Antonson was probably taken the whole way as Mount had thrown 5 in a row, so make him throw some strikes. And the 1-1 pitch here from Mount as he checks, and they're going to chase Fleece back again. This time ball gets away. Not far enough. Fleece out there at second doing a nice job getting Mount to think about him, and Mount chased him back, but the ball got away from Schmig, but not far enough. Mount comes set, checks the runners, and the 1-1 to Antonson. That's swung on and missed. Kellen a little late there, a little tardy on that one. And he knows that he's got to kind of pick it up and get the timing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, and Fleece did this, Karsten did this too, and Mount gets himself into a rhythm. I mean, he shows his emotions out there. He kind of shows his frustration when things aren't going well. He kind of shows it there, and I think Groton's kind of going to get into his head a little bit. 1-2 is called third. Antonson is out because first base was occupied. So Kellen Antonson down looking for the second out. And on the pass ball, the runners move up. Greblinghoff to second, Fleece to third. Carter Moody comes in. He's going to be the courtesy runner for Fleece. And first pitch to Gavin England. Hits the backstop on 1 bounce and comes right back to the plate. So Carter Moody not able to advance or to score. Gavin England so far today 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Runners take their lead. The 1-0 for Mount. That misses. Again, Snaza having some trouble back there. Mount's ball must have a little movement to it. He does throw hard, but it must have a little bit of tail to it because I've seen Snaza miss a lot of just, they look like fastballs. I don't think he throws anything else. The 2-0 to England. That misses. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Again, pitch count for Mount is getting up there. He's at 46 pitches. He hasn't even finished 2 innings yet. 3-0 hits the inside corner. Gavin England thought he had ball 4, but Matt Rohrbach, umpire, says, nope, stay here. You're going to see another pitch at least. The 3-1 on the way. That one misses. Now it's ball 4. And England draws a 2-out walk. That's going to bring up Lincoln Kraus. Lincoln 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. See here, Mount's going to go from the stretch. Kraus digs in as he gets ready. He's 1 for 1 against Mount today. First pitch. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Kraus flipped one into short left in his last at-bat. Looking to maybe do that again. If he does that, he'll get 1 in for sure. The 0-1. And he sticks his bat out. That's going to be a tough play. And everybody's safe as Kraus just sticks his bat out. And Carter Moody's going to score on the play, and all the other runners move up. And Lincoln Krause is on with his second hit of the game. Drives in a run. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup in Tristan Mcgannon. First pitch misses. Again, you see the emotion out there from number 17, from Matt Mount. He fielded that ball, and there was no play as Krause hit it in about the perfect spot. The 1-0 to Mcgannon. That's on the outside corner. That's a good pitch there. If Mount can hit that spot, that's a tough pitch for the Groton hitters to hit. Mount from the stretch. The 1-1 to Mcgannon. That misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Groton's leadoff hitter, center fielder Tristan Mcgannon. Jared Erdman on deck. Mcgannon so far 0 for 3 in today's ball game, looking to break out here. The 2-1 swung on and missed. And Mcgannon now count even 2-2. Bases loaded here for Groton. Krause on first, England on third, Greblinghoff on, England on second, Greblinghoff on third. The 2-2 misses low and away. Now counts full, 2 outs. Runners will be off with the pitch. Runners will be off with the pitch. The 3-2 on the way, runners go, and the pitch misses outside, and Mcgannon draws a walk. Greblinghoff scores on the play. England to third, Krause to second, and Mcgannon to first on the 2-out walk. And that's going to bring up Jarrett Erdman as Groton continues to claw their way back into this, as they now trail 10-6 as they push 3 across so far. First pitch to Erdman, he's swinging, fouled it over into the Little League field. And Mount jumps ahead here, no balls and 1 strike. Pitch count getting up there for Mount, 57 pitches. And we're not even through 2 complete innings. Runners take their lead, the 0-1, Erdman catches a little bit of it, fouls it straight back. Now Mount ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases still loaded for Groton. They've gotten 3 across so far. The 0-2 to Erdman. Swung on a hit, and that's going to get by the shortstop into the left field, and all the runners will move up 1. Good piece of hitting there by Erdman as he slaps it into left. Runners all move up 1. And that's going to bring us back around again as Carter Simon steps into the box. Carter led the inning off, and we now have a 10-7 game. Bases still loaded. Carter Simon, number 21 in the box. His second time in here. He struck out earlier, but that was 30 pitches ago, as Matt Mount's pitch count has crept up there quite a ways now. The 0-1, and Simon way late on it. Kind of make up his mind. 10-7's our score. Groton pushed 4 across here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases still loaded. Carter Simon looking to add to it. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Simon down swinging for the 3rd out. But Groton gets 4 on a couple hits. They leave them loaded, but they get back in it here as they now trail 10-7 going into the top of the 6th inning for Webster. We're going to have Mount, Edwards, and Coyne, and we'll have the top of the 6th inning when we return to Lockhurst Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back here as the offense continues here in game number 2. Webster had back-to-back 5-run innings. Groton scored 3 in the third, then they come back with 4. Now we have ourselves another ball game. For a while there, it looked like Webster was in firm control of the game, and now we're back in here. We've got a 10-7 ball game. Leading off for Webster here in the top of the 6th inning, it'll be the pitcher, Matt Mount. Mount came in relief in the 4th inning and did his thing, and then in the 5th there, Groton kind of got to him. They were able to get 4 across. His pitch count jumped up there real fast. He's at 61 in 2 innings. Kellen Antonsen back in relief, his first pitch, and that's going to hit. That's going to hit Mount in the leg, and he's going to be aboard. So Mount's hit by the first pitch. Like I said, he runs pretty well, so don't be surprised if see him take off for second here early. Owen Edwards in the box wearing number 2. Antonsen checks, and Mount back in safely. 10-7 our score. Winner goes on to play Clark here later this evening in our final game of the day. Loser will go on to play Redfield in the first game in the afternoon session. Mount stays put. Antonsen misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball up the middle here, and I think we could get 2, as I don't think Edwards runs all that well, but they got Mount picked off now. England runs at him. Now Greblinghoff, and back to England. They're going to get him. They're going to pick off Mount at first base on a 1-3 to 4-3 for the first out, and that will erase that hit batsman. And 1 out now, and Owen Edwards still in the box. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, there, good move there by Kellen to get Mount leaning the other way. The 1-0 to Edwards, that's going to miss way high. And now Antonsen behind in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Big momentum shift there, as able to erase that leadoff hitter. The 2-0 swung on and grounded, and that's going to be just foul. Wide of third, as Edwards out in front of it. Got a little change of pace here. We go for Groton to go from Erdman to Antonsen. Erdman, pretty hard throwing lefty, back to Antonsen, who's, again, he throws strikes, but he doesn't throw real hard. And he gets a sign from the line, the 2-1. Swung out, popped up. Fleece is going to give it a look, but it is going to go over the net, not a play. And that's going to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got one out here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Webster hanging on to a 10-7 lead so far. The 2-2 from Antonsen, swung on and lined into the left. That's going to be down for a hit. Erdman up with it. He gets it into back to the infield. Good at bat there by Edwards, as he's a tough out. He's been on base every plate appearance. Officially, he's 2 for 2 now. 2 walks, 2 singles, and 2 runs scored. Lots of 2s there for, and he is number 2 for Owen Edwards. 1 out, runner on first. That brings up Colby Coyne. Coyne again showing that he's a tough out. First pitch swinging. That's going to get into right. And Coyne's going to be aboard. And Edwards advances. Coyne is on with a single. And that puts Edwards at second. 1 out. And now we had a defensive change. It looks like Dylan Carlson now batting for Webster. First pitch swinging. Greblinghoff infield fly is called. And Dylan Carlson is retired, as he is in the game for Ethan Schlotty. So 2 outs now. Runners on first and second. Caleb Edwards in the box for Webster. First pitch swing, he pops up. Nick Morris calls for it. He's going to put it away to end the inning. And that'll end the threat for Webster, as they did get 2 on. They had 1 hit, left 2 runners. They didn't score any, no Groton errors. And after 5.5, score remains 10-7. Up for Groton here in the bottom of the 6th, we're going to see Nick Morris, Karsten Fleece, and Nick Greblinghoff. And we'll have the bottom of the 6th inning when we return to Lockhurst Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And we are back here. This is Pat Kraus bringing you live action here on Live Ticket of the Region 2B 14U VFW Tournament. We will be bringing you all the games here live and in their completion. We are on our second game, and we've got ourselves a pretty good one going here, as Groton jumped out in the 3rd inning, pushed 3 runs across, and then Webster answered back with 5 in the top of the 4th, and then 5 again in the top of the 5th to go up 10-3. And then Groton found a way to scratch back into it in the bottom of the 5th and get 4 more, and that's why where we sit here at 10-7. Matt Mount, who is probably Webster's best pitcher, he's in his 3rd inning of work, and again, pitch count getting up there a little bit at 62 pitches. Groton scored their runs. They got a couple of hits, but a lot of it came on just being patient at the plate, and not helping him out. He does throw hard, and he's a good pitcher, but he still has to throw strikes. That's still the name of the game. So let's see if they continue the riser, try to keep the momentum going, as we're in the 6th inning of 7, and so they're kind of running out of innings here. Leading off here for Groton in the bottom of the 6th is going to be Nick Morris. Morris so far today, 0 for 1. First pitch is there for a strike. 0 for 1 officially with a strikeout and 2 walks, couple runs scored. So now he's looking to find his way on, get things started for Groton. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Morris now down. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. The 0-2. That's on the outside corner for strike 3. And Morris is down looking for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Karsten Fleece. Fleece officially 1 for 3. He's got a single, couple runs scored. First pitch on the way. That misses. Kind of the same pitch that Morris was called out on, but this time it's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, Matt Mountain, 3rd inning of relief. The 1-0. That misses. 2-0, and that's kind of been Mount's MO here, is he makes short work of one guy and then makes it a little more difficult on himself the next guy up. 2 balls, no strikes to Karsten Fleece, the 2-0. That misses. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 the count from Matt Mount to Karsten Fleece. 3-0 on the way. That's top side of the zone for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, game number 2 of the Region 2B tournament. And Fleece steps out again. He digs back in. And Mount now back on the mound. He's looking in at Snaza. He gets the sign from the wine, 3-1. That misses high for ball 4. And Carson Fleece is aboard with a 1-out walk. Going to bring Nick Greblinghoff to the plate. Nick Greblinghoff coming up. Greblinghoff officially 1 for 1, 2 walks, a double, and a run scored. He had a big walk in his last at bat. And Mount, he digs in here. He doesn't really take signs. I think he only throws a fastball, so just tries to locate it. First pitch to Greblinghoff, misses high. And Snaza bluffs a throw. Greblinghoff digs back in. He said, I don't think Snaza's not giving Mount any signs. He's just putting the glove up saying, here, throw it. Fleece gets his lead. The 1-0. That misses. 2-0. 72nd pitch for Mount in 2 1/3 innings. So again, Groton kind of finding, I think they found a little bit of the recipe here, and that is to slow him down and get him to throw a lot of pitches. He likes to get into a rhythm, and if they can keep him out of that rhythm, they've got a chance here. The 2-0. That one gets away from Snaza. Fleece is going to move up on the play. Now Karsten Fleece stands at second. Count runs 3-0 to Nick Greblinghoff. Second baseman for Groton. He was the starting pitcher for Groton today. Was relieved by Jared Erdman, and then Erdman was relieved by Antonsen. Antonsen still doing the pitching, and 3-0 the count to Nick Greblinghoff. Matt Mount looking in again. Like I said, he looks in like he's taking signs, but I don't think he is. And they're going to chase Fleece back into second. No play, no throw. Looks like Groton trying to find any way to distract Matt Mount on there. And so far, whatever they're doing, it's kind of working. You know, kind of disrupt the rhythm a little bit. The 3-0 on the way. And that's going to catch the top of the strike zone for strike 1. 3-1 the count to second baseman Nick Greblinghoff. Checks the runner. Mount checks the 3-1 on the way. That's going to be on the inside corner for strike 2. Count runs full. You know, that's not a bad take by Greblinghoff. You know, Mount has yet to throw 2 strikes in a row, so we'll see here. And now he steps out, and again, they're trying to disrupt the rhythm there. That's, like I said, that's how Mount works. He likes to get in a nice rhythm, and he does a good job. You know, he gets a strike. He knows how to repeat what he does. So Groton trying a little cat and mouse right now with it. And Greblinghoff chops it foul, catches a piece of it, and chops it foul down over here by the Groton dugout. You know, we got a little chess match going on here between the Groton hitters and Matt Mount, as he wants to get into a rhythm, and they want to keep breaking him of that rhythm. The 3-2. That misses inside, and Greblinghoff is going to be aboard with another walk, his 3rd of the day. And that's going to bring Coach out of the dugout. And we're going to have a little chat here on the mound. Kind of set the stage here a little bit. I know this game isn't completed, but we've got 2 more games today. There'll be one after this. The schedule said 5, but I don't think it's going to be starting at 5. But it'll be about 15-20 minutes after this game. And that'll be the consolation side of things. Redfield already set for that game, and the loser of this game will play them. And then later this evening, again, about 15-20 minutes after the next game, it'll be the winner's side, where Clark is waiting to see who they will be playing. Kellen Atkinson steps in now. First pitch to Atkinson's on the inside corner for a strike. Fleece with a good read there at second. He takes off, puts him at third. Okay. 10-7's our score. Greblinghoff leads from first. The 0-1 to Atkinson. Greblinghoff takes off. Atkinson swings through. No throw down to second. That puts runners at second and third. One out. Kellen Atkinson in a hole here, though. No balls and 2 strikes. Gavin England on deck. Groton trails here 10-7. Base hit here will get at least 1. And depending on where it's at, could get 2. But one for sure. And the 0-2 to Atkinson here. The 0-2. Swung on and miss, and Atkinson down swinging for the second out. And that's going to bring Gavin England to the plate. England 0 for 2. And time called here. We're going to courtesy run for Karsten Fleece. Carter Moody going to come in and do that, number 24. Groton's got runners on second and third, 2 outs. Gavin England at the plate. Gavin wearing number 22, looking for his first hit of the game. He walked and scored his last at bat. First pitch is in there for a strike. Coach Aaron Severson talking to his boys, telling them to stay patient, make him work. He's at 81 pitches. He's only thrown 2 2/3 innings. So he's got a lot of pitches that he's thrown so far. And we have time called again. With 2 outs now, Greblinghoff, he'll be off on contact, so base hit could get him in. Base hit could get 2 for Groton here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 swung on and popped foul. That's going to reach one of the Little League fields here over there, Nelson Field. 3 fields out here at the complex. We've got Nelson Field, Falk Field, and then, of course, our big field here with Loch Karst named very appropriately. And the 0-2 to England. Swung on, he got a piece of it, just barely, but got a piece of it to stay alive in the at-bat. Anybody knows baseball in the northeast area here, we know the Locke family, very, very prominent, especially here in the Groton community. Of course, the Karst family, too, with Paul and Danny Karst and Jason Karst. That is why this field is so appropriately named. Some great Legion baseball teams from Groton over the history, over the years. And that's where these kids hope to end up being. The 0-2 to England. Swung on and grounded. That's going to be a tough play. And he's going to get there. As Mount fumbled with the ball a little bit. And it squirted out of his glove. And England was still hustling. And Mount still kind of had a play, but unable to capitalize as England does hustle. And that's going to bring up, that's going to score to the 8th run for Groton, make it 10-8 now. And Lincoln Kraus now comes to the plate. Lincoln 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a ground out. First pitch to Kraus. England takes off, and he takes it down the middle for a strike. And that puts England at second. Greblinghoff at third, second and third. Strike was called. The pitch was called a strike as, again, Groton hitters, again, trying to play a little chess match with Mount, and they get in. They're trying to disrupt his rhythm. 10-8 our score. The 0-1, and that gets away, and not far enough, though. And Kraus jumped and thought maybe it caught his foot, but umpire didn't call it. Nobody called it. Pitches a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike as Kraus digs back in now. Looking to find a way here. The 1-1 swung on and missed as Kraus kind of chased one up in the zone a little bit there. Now he's down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if he changes things here. Again, Kraus calls time. Now he's going to get himself set, Mount back on the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-2 swung on, and it's going to be round right back to Mount. And he makes the play on to first, and they retire Kraus. 1-3 for the 3rd out. Groton does get 1, and they strand a couple, but they got 1 across, leave a couple on. And going into the top of the 7th inning, Webster leads 10-8. For Webster in the top of the 7th, we'll have Sonstabo, Baumgarten, and Schmieg. And we'll have the top of the 7th inning when we return to Lockhurst Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And welcome back here to Lockhurst Field, Groton, South Dakota. Here we are this Sunday afternoon, beautiful Sunday afternoon, Region 2B VFW action, 14U division. We're in a good one here as Webster clinging to a 10-8 lead. We're into the top of the 7th inning, and TJ Sonstabo is going to lead off the inning for Webster. Callan Atkinson still in relief. His first pitch misses high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Umpire Matt Rohrbach having a little trouble with his hat and mask. We'll give him a chance to get that figured out. And Callan Anson gets a sign. He likes what he's got there, the 1-0. That misses. That misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Kind of hear the wind blowing through my microphone here as it's starting to pick up a little bit out of the northwest. The 2-0, that misses. 3-0 now. 3-0 the count. The 3-0 pitch, and that misses way high. A 4-pitch walk to lead the inning off for TJ Sonstabo. And if you're Groton, that's not what you want because he's the number 9 hitter. Mac, there's nobody out. There's no outs. Sonstabo leads off with a walk. He gets his lead. That brings up Gage Baumgarten. Baumgarten takes inside for ball 1. Baumgarten 2 hits today so far and 2 runs. Antonson checks at first and Sonstabo back in safely. Pitch count rules here. Looks like we've got 95 as a daily max for the 14U. And Nathanson's pitch gets away from Fleece, and that's going to let Sonstabo advance. So as it sits right now, in this age group, if you throw less than 30, you don't have to have any days rest. Okay, Baumgarten swinging at the 2-0, and he fouls it off. So as it sits right here with, let's see, with Mount's at 88 pitches, so he's going to be done for the tournament. He will not be able to pitch any more of this tournament. And Antonson, the way he sits, he'll have to have at least a day, depending on how this inning goes. The 2-1, Baumgarten swung on and fouled back to the backstop. And Antonson now evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The one thing, though, again, being from Groton, watching these guys a lot this year, one thing Groton does have is they've got a lot of arms. You know, they've thrown 3 guys today, and they still have plenty more that can come in and throw. So they're sitting okay. The 2-2 swung on and lifted into right center. Kraus after it. It's going to get down. Kraus up with it. He fumbles around with it a little bit. And the throw comes into second, and Baumgarten delivers. An RBI double. RBI, I'm going to give him a single, and then Kraus kind of fumbled around with it out there, but nonetheless a hit. And so they got that run back that they gave up in the bottom of the sixth. They get it back here quickly in the top of the seventh. Again, walks. So many walks, and they come back and they catch up to you in a real hurry. First pitch swinging by Schmig, and he's going to line one into left. Erdman's going to fire it into third, and not in time. Again, Jarrett's got himself a good arm, and he's not afraid to show it off. That was Sheldon Schmig delivering the single there. And again, like I said, you can't. This top of this order for Webster is pretty good. They put the ball in play, and if you get a walk from the number 9 hitter, and that sets the table for these other guys to hit, and that's why we have the threat we have. 11-8's our score now as Webster gets one here. You know, the offensive production for Webster has been from, really 1 through 7. That's Sonstable. He's been a pretty good number 9 hitter for him. He's been on base, and he's got a couple runs for him, doing his job down at the bottom of the order. But the 4, 5, 6 hitters on base and scoring runs, and that's what you want. That's your productive part of the lineup, and they're doing their job. First pitch on the way here to number 20. Devin Snaza. Snaza doing the catching. He's had himself a tough day today. He's 0 for 4. He's one of the few guys that is hitless and hasn't been on base. Runner goes from first. Pitch swung on, lifted into right field. Kraus under it, and he loses it in the sun. And we might have a play here at third. And throw comes in, not in time. On the throw, Snaza advances, so Baumgarten scores. Schmig comes all the way around to third. Snaza goes up to second. On the error and the throw. Looked like Kraus maybe lost it in the sun. I'm not sure. He looked to center and then looked back, and it didn't seem like he found it. And that's going to bring up Matt Mount. Mount doing the pitching for Webster. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on second and third. And second pitch swinging. Erdman, he's camped under it. He will drop it. And 1 run's going to score. And ball gets away. And Mount's on first. Snaza on second. On the error by left fielder Jarrett Erdman. We still have nobody out. They're going to go out and check on Jarrett, as I think that ball kind of came down funny and hit him in the hand, his throwing hand or thumb or something. So while we have a chance here, again, on the screen, on the crawl across the bottom, you'll see the scroll, a list of sponsors. Again, just want to send out a thank you to them, as without them we don't have this stream going. We got a great thing going here right now, Groton Baseball. If you're unable to attend, please be sure to continue to tune into us. And if you have family members who want to watch, send them the link. If you need the link, go to Groton Baseball Softball Foundation Facebook page, and you'll find the link there. No outs here, runners on first and second. And Owen Edwards in the box. Now Edwards, a couple of hits today, a couple of runs. He puts the ball in play. Kellen Atkinson still battling in there. Ground ball, and Carter Simon goes under his glove. And that's going to advance everybody. Another base, and Edwards is going to be on base for the 4th time today on the error by Carter Simon. First pitch to Kobe Coyne misses. Bases loaded here, nobody out. One 0 misses high. 13-8 is our score, as Webster has been able to push a few more across here. Started the inning 10-8, and they got one and a couple more, so that brings it to 13. Infield in, and Coyne is going to lift it into short right. Kraus can't make the catch. It's going to get by him. Snaza's going to score. And everybody else moves up a base as Coyne delivers another hit and another run for Webster. They now lead 14-8. And that brings up Dylan Carlson. Dylan came in substitution of Ethan Schlotty. First pitch to Carlson. He swings and lifts it into short center. Mcgannon over off his glove. That's going to fall. Mount's going to score. And everybody else moves up a base. Groton having some trouble fielding the ball here. Usually a pretty sure fielding team, but so far, a few errors in this inning, and walks and errors are gonna add up, and it's tough to come back from that. You know, we've got 3 errors here in this inning alone. Catcher Karsten Fleece comes out from behind the plate to have a little meeting with his guys in the infield. And again, Webster puts up another 5 spot here in the top of the 7th inning. Groton had some momentum coming in as they were able to get, they scored 5 runs on Matt Mount, and and had some momentum coming in, and then just can't get it out here. First pitch, Manson misses, and Groton keeps shooting themselves in the foot, not catching fly balls, not fielding ground balls. The 1-0, and of course walks and errors are gonna hurt a team every single time. The 2-0 from Antonson. That misses way high, and Callum looks like he's starting to kind of labor out there a little bit as the sun came out. It's gotten hot, so I mean there is that, but he's still battling. Here's the 3-0, and that's in there for a strike. Caleb Edwards was taken all the way. TJ Sonstabo stands on deck. He led the inning off with a walk, and that's kind of where things started. And there's another walk. Owen Edwards is going to score. Coyne to third, Carlson to second, and Caleb Edwards to first on a walk. And that's going to bring up TJ Sonstabo. He led off the inning with a walk, and he came around and scored. And I venture to say that most of the walks that Groton has surrendered here so far today have led to 2 runs. I think the one inning we had at one time 4 walks and 4 runs, so that's kind of how things typically work. The 1-0 swung on and missed by Sonstabo to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Groton infield playing in, hoping to get the out at home, the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Colby Coyne on third. He had a 50-50 hit to an error. The 1-2. Hits the high part of the strike zone, and Sonstabo is down looking for out number 1. That bring back the top of the order, Gage Baumgarten. Baumgarten singled and scored earlier this inning. Got himself a couple hits, 3 runs scored. And Antonson skips one in there to Fleece. He's able to handle it. 1 ball, no strikes. Webster still got bases loaded. Groton put their middle infielders back. The 1-0 is there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, 1 out. Top of the 7th inning. The 1-1 on the way. Swung on and grounded to third. Simon up with it. He's going to come home, and they're going to get the out at home. And nothing else. Coyne is retired on a 5-2. Fielder's choice for the second out. All the other runners will advance. Baumgarten is aboard on a fielder's choice. Groton moves their infield back now with 2 outs. Sheldon Schmig to the plate. Schmig been on base a couple of times with a run scored. First pitch misses high. And Carlson hustles back as Fleece chases him down the third baseline. 1 ball, no strikes. Kellen Antonsen to Sheldon Schmieg. Schmieg, the shortstop today. 1-0, swung on and missed as he was way out in front of that one. Webster able to get 5 here so far in the 7th. They still have bases loaded and 2 outs. Popped up on the infield. England and Fleece look for it. Fleece kind of slides for it. He's unable to come up with it. It lands harmlessly foul. And 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the shortstop for Webster, Sheldon Schmieg. 1-2 the count. Antonsen from the windup with bases loaded and 2 outs. And the 1-2 on the way. Swung on, and that's going to be a blooper that hangs in the air, and Morris cannot handle it. And Dylan Carlson scores on the play. 16th run for Webster. Everybody else moves up a base, and Sheldon Schmieg is aboard on the air by Groton shortstop Nick Morris. (16-8). Devin Snaza coming to the plate now. And looks like we're going to have something happening here. A pinch runner over there for Sheldon Schmieg. Maybe Justin Ponce's foul ball there. First pitch swinging by Devin Snaza. He fouls it off. He falls behind. No balls, 1 strike. Again, Kellen Antonsen battling here, trying to leave the bases loaded. Stop the bleeding here. The 0-1 swung on foul as Snaza caught just a piece of it. Again, Snaza having a tough day as he's only been on base once. Got reached on an error, so 0 for 1, or excuse me, 0 for 5 on the day. The 0-2 just off the plate, misses. Fleece tried to hold it there, trying to get the call. Doesn't get it. The 1-2. That one's down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Groton clawed back in, got to 10-8, and then Webster decided that was too close, and they put up a 7 spot here in the top of the 7th. To extend out here now to 17-8. The 3-2, that's on the inside corner, and Snaza goes down looking for the 3rd out to end the inning. But Webster does their job offensively. They come out roaring, and they score 7 on only a couple of hits, I believe, but 3 or 4 errors by Groton, and that's where we stand. Groton's got 1 more crack at it here as they come to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th, they'll have top of the order up. Mcgannon, Erdman, and Simon, and we'll have the bottom of the 7th inning here from Lockhart Field after this break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And we're back here at Lockhart Field for Region 2B VFW action in the 14U division. I am Pat Kraus bringing you all the games in their entirety. We have already played one. Clark victorious 17-7 over Redfield earlier today. They will advance and play the late game tonight. Redfield waiting to play the next game. And right now in our game number 2, we've been kind of back and forth here. Groton jumped out in the lead here, 3-0 in the third, and then Webster came roaring back, scoring 10 in the next 2 innings. Groton then clawed back into it, got it as close to 10-8, and then in the top of the 7th inning, Webster said that was close enough, and they put 7 on the board, and that's where we sit now, 17-8. Groton down to their last chance here, and you probably be the best spot to start in here with top of the order up. Tristan Mcgannon at the plate. Tristan so far 0 for 3. Walked in his last at bat. Matt Mount still dealing out there for Webster. He's only got 6 pitches left, as 95 is the daily max. And this is his 90th pitch. "90 pitches is what Matt Mount is at right now, so he only has 5 left. 2-0 to Mcgannon. That's on the outside corner. He's now at 91. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tristan Mcgannon. Now the rule is when you get to the max, you can finish the batter, so wherever he's at. The 2-1. That misses. 3-1. 92 now. 3-1. The count. Mcgannon looking in. Yeah, again, they're trying to keep that rhythm disrupted here and they got to have a big inning of their own. They got the offense to do it. They just got to find a way here. The 3-1 to Mcgannon. That's at the high part of the strike zone. Runs the count full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So this, if Mcgannon can foul a couple off here, this could be about his last batter, or Mount's last batter. 3-2. Swung on a miss, and Mcgannon down for the 4th time today, swinging for out number 1. Now this will be Matt Mount's last batter, as he's at 94, but he can complete the batter he is facing currently. So he'll get to 95 on this first pitch, but he can finish out the batter. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Now, interesting little fact, though, is Mount reaching 95. Now he's done for the tournament. The 0-1. This is inside. He will not be able to pitch anymore in this game. Because in this tournament, the 1-1 to Erdman. Swung on and chased in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. And the 1-2 gets by and comes right back out. It shows you kind of stuff that Mount has, is hits the backstop, comes flying back out. But like I said, he only pitched 3 1/3 so far. And to throw 98 pitches, that shows that his control is not all there. He's still young. He's got a lot of time to develop. The 2-2 swung on. Erdman flips it foul. Credit Groton here to the kind of good approach with him. They know he's a good pitcher. He's a strikeout pitcher because he throws hard. But they worked a lot of tough counts and fouled off a lot of pitches and just found a way to kind of disrupt things a little bit for him. The 2-2 that misses. That's a full count. Erdman lost track of the count there, as he thought it was ball 4, and it's not. It's only ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jarrett Erdman. Erdman trying to get something started here. Mcgannon struck out his first at bat. The 3-2 swung on and fouled. Again, Groton having some quality at bats. They just got to piece things together. They got to get some hits when they're needed. The 3-2 to Erdman. And Erdman down swinging for out number 2. Now that's going to end Mount's game, as he throws 102 pitches. only in 3 2/3 innings. So, like I said, Groton did all right. They put 5 runs up on him, and just may not be enough here. We'll have to see. Change is coming here. Looks like Mount's going to go back to first. Looks like they're going to bring in Sheldon Schmieg to pitch. Yeah. And Owen Edwards is going to go over to shortstop. Okay. Again, like I said, we've got all the games here on our live ticket station. So if you're not able to come out and watch the games, please be sure to tune in. And if you have family, in other parts of the state or country or wherever they happen to be, and you want them to be able to watch your player, be sure to give them the link. The link is found at the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation Facebook page. I know our wonderful board members just put out a post today with the schedule, with the bracket, and a link to our YouTube channel. So be sure to share that with family members, friends and family members, if they're interested in wanting to watch your player. It's a lot of fun to bring you guys this and be able to have the capabilities here. Our foundation is wonderful. And then, of course, on the bottom of the screen on that crawl, we've got our sponsors, and again, a big thank you to them for allowing this. This summer, we have had every baseball game pretty much on our big field here on Lockhart Field that has been live streamed, and our guy Axel has been out here every night. There's been a game pretty much, putting the games on and allowing that to be. So a big thank you to those sponsors. Carter Simon steps in here, and he's going to be the first batter that Sheldon Schmieg is going to face. First pitch is in there for a strike, and Groton down to their last out here, trying to maybe piece something together and get back into this. Second pitch swinging, that's going to be down the line for a base hit. Simon's going to round first, and he's going to probably check in there with a 2-out single. And Carter Simon gets things started here. 2 outs. That's going to bring up Nick Morris. Again, maybe Groton got a little magic here left in the tank with two outs. You just have to see what's left. No one holding Simon. Simon takes off. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. And I'm sure Webster thinking that Carter Simon's run doesn't matter, so they're not going to worry about him. They're going to need a lot more than just him to get back in this game. He takes off again. Morris swings and fouls it off. So Simon will have to retreat and hustle back to second. Morris digs back in. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 from Schmieg. That's going to be grounded hard to third. Up with it is Sonstable on to first in time. And that's going to end the game, as Morris is retired 5-3. And teams are going to line up to shake hands here. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll have totals. And we'll put a wrap on this game and kind of preview the next game. So we'll be back here to Lockhart in 30 seconds to put a wrap on this game. So
we hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
Quick one, and then we'll do a
Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And we're back here at Lockhart Field in a game just completed. Webster defeats Groton 17-8. Webster will advance now, and they will play Clark later this evening as we're getting set here. We're going to have another game here in not too long. Just to put a quick little wrap on the game, line scores for both teams here. For Groton, they scored 8 runs on 8 hits, but here's the kicker. They had 6 errors. 6 errors. It's tough to come back from. Webster scored 17 runs on 8 hits and only 2 errors, so they did their job. The other thing that kind of hurt Groton the most was the walks. 1, 2, 3. We had upwards of 9 walks, and most of those walks came around and scored, and that's sometimes the difference in the game. So Webster, now like I said, they'll get a game off and they'll rest and be ready to play Clark later this evening. Now Groton kind of has to have a short memory because they're gonna play a Redfield team that they don't want to go home either. So this next game will be a winner move on, loser advance. So whoever wins the next game will advance to play tomorrow. Whoever loses, their tournament's over, their season is over. So we're hoping we'll see who's going to come out on top. So that next game will be probably about 15-20 minutes from now. So we're gonna cut away and we're gonna have a new stream set up, for Redfield and Groton. So if you're looking to tune in or looking to give times to family members, we'll probably look at about 5:20, 5:25 when we will see around our first pitch. So look forward to having you back. And game 2 in the books, Webster defeats Groton 17-8. Up next, we'll have Redfield taking on Groton in a loser out, winner advance game, and we'll have the whole game here back here at Lockhart Field in Groton. I'm Pat Kraus, along with my main man Axel, and we'll have it back here later this evening. Thank you.